All right, everyone. No 30-second counts on today, which is okay. I'm here and it is Wellness Wednesday. Welcome and welcome to the first Wellness Wednesday of spring 2026. Yes, last Wellness Wednesday was the final one for winter officially, and then we transitioned into spring, I think on Friday, as things are starting to get warmer up here in the northeast of the United States. I hope things are getting better where you are from. I know there's different climates all over the place. Some places have been warm for a while. Some places, like up here, we had an unusually cold. Oh, there I am. I think I'm back. I'm gonna act as if I am back. Now, this is the perfect example of what could happen as we transition seasons, as we do new things, as the weather gets warmer or colder, or whatever the seasonal change happens to be. Now, we're going to talk about specifically going from winter to spring for the purposes of this webinar on this Wellness Wednesday here at the end of March. However, this can apply to any seasonal change, any type of transition that you might be experiencing, and you'll see why. So, as we transition from winter to spring, there's going to be a lot of physical changes in our environment, right? For most places, things start to get warmer. And so that comes with changes in the pollen content outside, the allergens in the air, the amount of light gets longer during the day. You have less darkness, more sunlight. That is seemingly positive. However, as you'll see in a second, just being in a different environment could cause issues for your body if you are not energetically sound during that transition period. You have pressure changes in the environment as well. Your circadian rhythm changes as that light gets longer, and different things happen that your body needs to adapt to. Now, all of this typically happens and nothing really changes in your body if you are overall healthy, right? If you have nothing going on that is of concern, your body shifts into spring mode, things start to happen gradually. It doesn't go from getting dark at 4 to getting dark at 9 all of a sudden. These things happen little by little over time, and that time gives your body a chance to adjust in a normal environment. However, if you have dysregulation, like I have suffered with for a long, long period of time, those transition phases, even though on the surface they should be better, right? Having more sunlight is a great thing. Having things bloom is great. The greenery, being able to walk outside bare feet to ground yourself is phenomenal. All of these things are positive changes. But what was happening is I was bringing a broken body to those changes. And so any change was a stressor on my system. If you haven't watched the webinar that Scott, Danielle, and I did a few months back at this point, please check that out on building the foundation of health, because all of these things work in tandem to build a foundation on which to build your overall health. Because the goal is not to increase your lifespan or just get by being good enough, quote unquote. The goal is to be healthy and to be able to enjoy things and do the things that we want to do without all of these encumbrances, without being held back just because there's more pollen in the air, just because the season is changing and things are happening to our body. And coming from a coaching perspective, let me give you a little insight that most people don't think about, and it really, really applies to health as well. Your body is not set up for success. It's not set up for monetary success. It's not set up for physical success. It's not set up for success of any kind. It's set up to keep you alive. All of the physical systems within your body are designed to keep you above ground, to keep that clock ticking, to keep your heart pumping, the lungs breathing. It's not designed to be able to go and run a marathon or to make $1 million. Those are things that you need to consciously override your internal systems of just staying above ground and really push those to the forefront if you want to live at maximum, at what your potential is. And that's what's going to get you healthy and happy and all of these things. But your body is going to fight you because all it wants to do is stay comfortable, stay at homeostasis. And even a positive change, like going from winter to spring and having more time to go outside, having more opportunity to go and be in the sunlight, and because it's now warmer, your body wants to stay where it was before. Those shifts require a stress on the body, even if it's a positive stress. So it will fight you at those times if there is dysregulation in the system. And what that fighting looks like is sickness, is allergies, is low energy, wanting to stay inside, rest, relax, because it is incapable of making the shift between its current homeostatic level, which isn't ideal, to a better homeostatic level, but that it needs to shift into. Does that make sense? So it wants to stay where it is, no matter where it happens to be at the moment. And that could be something great. It could be something horrible. It's up to you to figure out how to make that transition that much easier on your body. And the best way that we can do that is by solidifying our energy. And the best way that I know how to do that, and the only thing that got me to the point where I could make those transitions with relative ease, is the tenant biomodulator, and of course the biotransducer as well. So, like we talked about on those other webinars, what the basic practice, the daily practice of using the biomodulator and biotransducer is to reduce the entropy in the system, increase the harmony, and get everything working properly so that your body can make that transition very, very easily. Because what happens is, if we start from a place of chaos, we start from sympathetic energy, fight or flight, stressed, tight, then it's that much harder for us to move into a better place. If instead we do our autonomic nervous system reset, which is the first part of the daily practice, we take 2 minutes on this side, calming the system down, deep breath, taking us out of that fight or flight into that parasympathetic, that rest and relax. 2 minutes on the other side, same thing, calming the entire system down, letting those shoulders relax, letting the breathing slow, the heart rate calms down, it becomes more rhythmic. And then our body is much more harmonized. And if we add the biotransducer, now we're really getting the system working for you instead of trying to tug on you back to that old homeostatic level. Now the system can flow. You have that biotransducer over your head or between your legs, harmonizing all of those cells, correcting that polarity so that the energy can flow throughout the system, removing the chaotic energy from your area so that you are able to handle any type of interference that may come from the form of a pollen or from new allergens in the area, uh, that much better because now your energy is solid. Does that make sense? So just by doing those two things is a game changer when it comes to setting your body up to be able to handle any type of transition. This happens to be from winter to spring, but any type of transition that you're going through, you want to start with that solid foundation where your body is energetically aligned, not in fight or flight, ready to recover, relax, and integrate whatever life throws at you because things are necessarily chaotic in your outside environment. We can't always change that, especially when it comes to the change of seasons. We can move maybe, but the things that are happening whether we like it or not. And so all we can do is focus on what's in our control. And the best way in terms of health is to get our energetic environment corrected via the biotransducer, the biomodulator, and all that. I'd also like to point out that a lot of times when these transitions are occurring, a lot of us, including myself, will reach for things to mitigate it in that moment because uh, we have an allergy attack. We're sniffling, we're sneezing, we're doing all this stuff. And definitely talk to your doctor if you actually have allergies and you need something to get that out of your system to reduce the histamines or just calm things down from that perspective, do it. However, if you set your energy up right, hopefully that will mitigate that need and you won't need to put as many chemicals into the system. Because if we start introducing more and more things that are good for us, that is another stress on the body that it needs to process. It needs to make sure that this is something that is beneficial to it. And even if it is, the processing does take some getting used to. You add new things into an already chaotic system, it doesn't integrate as well as if everything is harmonized, your energy is solid, and you can move forward. That is really all I needed to say for today. Harmonize your energy. All it takes is those two things. Do the ANS reset with the biomodulator, calm the entire system down, harmonize with the biotransducer over your head, correct that polarity, make sure that all the energy can flow, and your body will be that much more equipped to be able to handle these types of transitions, whether it's winter to spring or any type of transition that you're going through. Do those two things as a bare minimum, and you will be that much better. Your body will thank you, and you hopefully will experience less overt symptoms uh, when everybody else has the flu because it's flu season or whatever. That you're not suffering because you have an energetically solid foundation. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next 2 weeks, I'm actually going to be on vacation. So you are going to have some special guests. Carla Bass Hoffman is going to kind of piggyback on what we were talking about today in terms of chaotic energy outside of our internal environment, these external energetic factors that we have to navigate through, and how to do that best, how to focus on the things that we can focus on, that we can control, and how to navigate that in a way that is not going to just completely drag us down, ruin the progress that we have made in our health, and to get through to the other side the best that we can. And then the week after that, Tamara Bagwell is going to come, and she is going to talk about logistically, how do we keep our devices? How do we make sure that all of our equipment and things stay ready to use when we need them, how to travel with them, how to keep them in the tip-top condition so that we always have that energy at hand ready to go, and we can deploy it whenever we need. Because again, you can do this daily practice once a day and be done with it. Hopefully that's all you need. Maybe once every couple of days if you're really good. I've gotten to the point where I need it at least every other day. I'm still working on building my system up. I do it every day because that is what I'm really focused on building that. But if I had to go a day without it, I could. And I'm building my system up to where I can go two days, 3 days, 4 days, until I only have to do it once a week. And then even then, I don't have to do it. That's the point of these protocols, is to not have to do it, but to want to do it, and to increase what we're already able to do naturally, because now our cells know what to do. So she's going to be talking about all of that stuff and the logistics. And then I will be back mid-April, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to be integrating more of the coaching and mindset pieces into how we get energy into our body. How do we emit energy to others, increase the energy in our immediate group, our family, our friends, our community, how to increase the overall energy of what we can do as a person, and hopefully going into some different discussions on things that we don't typically cover here. I want to expand our knowledge of energetic health more broadly through these talks. And then I'm going to continue and we're going to implement some new things that we're going to be working on, separate from Wellness Wednesday, separate from even the bigger conferences that we're doing, the Foundation of Health Summit, the practitioner event. They were both fantastic. And we want to make all of this information even more democratized for you guys, so that you can share it, so that you can help spread the word and get everybody energetically healthy, and really increase the energy of the planet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in a couple weeks. Enjoy your spring and enjoy the next couple talks. They're going to be a lot of fun as well. And I will see you in a few weeks. Stay energized, everybody. Take care.